Allow me to tell you a story about Skyrim. You see, I never really played Skyrim, and like last Friday, I bought it on Steam because I was like, I've heard really, really good things from all the people you know, that I know who played it. And so I was like, alright, I'll buy it, I'll play it, see what it's about. Of course, I know some things about Skyrim. It's been out for like 11 years, but like I've never actually played it myself, so I knew some things about it, but mostly I was going in blind. And I kind of got really excited and didn't record any of it, and came to the realization after a few days of playing it that it would be a really good game to record. So I don't have footage, so it's time for a story. A story that will go through the length of my few hours in Skyrim. By several, it's a lot of hours in Skyrim. So to start with, in the character select and making screen, I picked the Argonians because I've always loved lizards. Because who doesn't love lizards? They're just little reptile guys, they got scales. Almost get beheaded, a dragon shows up, as one does. Which is nice, because I was about to be beheaded, which is simply not nice. Followed the Stormcloak because they didn't just try to decapitate me, which is cool. Made it out of the city and went and traveled for a bit. Then got really bored and kind of forgot a lot of the early game. All in moral of the story. Made it to Whiterun, slew a dragon with the grace and elegance of a god, bought a house after a while. It's skipping a few things, but we'll get there. And I became a Thane, I think. I don't know the exact title. Moral of the story, I'm respected because I mutilated a dragon. So after the fun little dragon slaying that I did in Whiterun, I decided to do some minor quests that I don't really remember. All I know for sure is that there were a few ginormous spiders that I killed, a few undead like zombies that I also killed. Not much happened for a while, but then I went back to Whiterun because I was just like, oh yeah, well, I might as well. And then I got approached by some cultist dudes, and they had a mask that I still use as armor because it's not bad. But they were like, we don't like you very much, and they tried to kill me, which I thought was kind of rude. But I fought back and I killed them. Found a note on them, and I was like, hey, there's this strange cult that doesn't like you very much and is probably going to be relevant to something. So then I went up to, one of it was like Solitude maybe? I don't know. Went up north, found a ship. It took me to an adjacent island to fight the cult. And Jesus Christ, did that take a while. I did a lot of the quests there, not all of them. Found out that the cult leader worship god, whatever the fuck. His name is like Mirak or some shit. He has a weird ass fucking name. Moral of the story, don't like the guy. He keeps stealing my dragon souls when I kill dragons. Fuck him. So, after I got sick and tired of doing quests on that island, because I didn't complete it, I came back to the mainland. And, well, visited Riften. With good old Thieves Guild there. So I did a bunch of missions for the Thieves Guild. I was like, I want to be a Steely Boy. And that's what I became. I became their #1 Steely Boy. Didn't do all the quests, but I did a lot of them. Stole a bunch of stuff, and stole some more stuff. Learned that pickpocketing is actually really fun in the game. Became really good at lockpicking. I mean, it's not hard in Skyrim, but it's still a skill. But you see then, I think it's like Dawnguard or something. It's like just southeast, one of the directions from Riften. And I was like, well, that sounds interesting. So I went out there, met with them. They're like, hey, vampires. And I was like, okay, cool. And so they sent me to this one location, and I was like, oh, hey, vampires. Oh, hey, they're attacking me. Oh, hey, they're dead now. Because I am very skilled and talented. That dungeon was so... I know the game's like 90% dungeons, where you just walk into a dungeon, surprise, it goes like 20 miles deep. You're in there for like an hour or 6. Ridiculous, but I like it, it's fun. Get down there, complete the easiest puzzle in existence, and surprise, surprise, who walks out but goth vampire GF. And I was like, well, cool. Talked to her for a bit. I'm like, she's not trying to kill me, so I'll help her out. And so I walk her up to her castle, where we meet Vamp Daddy, as I call him, because I do not remember his name. He's the leader of the vampires, and Goth GF's father. Vamp Daddy's like, oh, you brought my daughter. I can reward you by making you a vampire, unless you're a little baby bitch who doesn't want to become a vampire. And then I said with no tears in my eyes, I am not a baby bitch, make me a vampire. So I became a vampire. And that was cool and all. Vamp Daddy was like, congratulations, you're a vampire now. And, you know, play through this tutorial for a minute. And I was like, that's cool. And then I got sent on vampire missions to fill the Goblet of Fire from Harry Potter. My least favorite of the Harry Potter movies, that's not true. Order of the Phoenix was worse. So were the Deathly Hallows movies. I'll express that opinion another time. So, filled the goblet, and now I have to, like, kidnap an old man who can read the Elder Scrolls. That was fun. Kidnapped him, he went blind, made him my slave. He read the Elder Scroll, he told us that we need 2 more, which was fun. And then guess what we had to do? Like 12 fucking hours worth of dungeons, in and out, all the way down, just to find one of them. And I'm like, oh, the Scroll of Blood, thank you, Goth GF's mother, for giving me this. This is so nice, and only one of the 2 scrolls I needed. By the way, that was really cool, going into the realm of death there, meeting her and getting the blood scroll, as I, you know, absolutely slaughtered a dragon who was there, the undead dragon. And then he was like, bro, you fought well as shit. Here, you want to summon me in the real world because my sad body cannot exist in that world anymore? Which, you know, I let out a tear of joy because I get to summon a fucking dragon. And I immediately poured as many dragon souls as I could into that ability. And now I summon him constantly because it's funny. Thief, common thief, fight my dragon. Do it. Dare you. You know. Goth Mommy then is just like, oh, you know what? You know, maybe Vamp Daddy is not a good guy. Maybe you should fight against him. And I'm like, sure, why not? So, you know, me and Goth GF, we go out hunting for the other Elder Scroll, the Elder Scroll of the Dragon, which is also fuckishly hard to get. It's so much dungeon crawling. But I got the Scroll of the Dragon after a while, and then I was like, oh yeah, no, this is cool. Now I just need to learn how to read the scrolls so I can figure out where the bow is. Because that's like the big goal, is to find the almighty bow of light bullshit to kill the Vampire King, Vamp Daddy, as he is called. And so I was just like, oh, well, you know, what would be a great use of my time is simply, you know, go there. But no, I had to read the Elder Scrolls and go through another dungeon. Complete a brief puzzle to learn how to read the Elder Scrolls, because why not? Read only one of them, by the way, because I only read the Blood Scroll, not the Dragon Scroll, but, like, apparently that's all you need to read. And then I just, like, went through what is quite possibly the biggest dungeon I've ever seen. It was like 4 dungeons stacked on top of each other, which was just ridiculous. Fought a boss that was kind of underwhelming, and then, well, got the bow. And then it came to the ultimate showdown. Me and Goth GF readied our weapons as we approached Vamp Daddy 69. He was in full Vampire Lord form, and he was like, come at me, bro. To which I 360 no-scoped Vamp Daddy 69, and he exploded out of just, you know, embarrassment. Then I looted his corpse. So he's dead. Goth GF is happy, but I'm not happy. You wanna know why I'm not happy? I'm not happy because I learned, only after I completed the entire Vampire questline, that for some reason, you can't marry the Goth GF. I don't know whose decision that was at Skyrim HQ, which I know they're made by Bethesda, but fuck logic right now. Whoever made that choice is a buffoon, a positive... I couldn't think of a more clever or colorful word, so I'm gonna call him a dumbass. So then I was sad, and yeah, you're basically caught up. I've been killing dragons on the regular, and I'm a steely lizard boy. That's the summary. Who's a vampire. I'm a steely lizard vampire boy. There it is. So, that ends the prologue to Skyrim. So, doodles. Oh, I think in order to get up to that temple, you have to go through this cave. What the hell are these people? Oh, this is this mission. Oh, okay, buddy. Oh, it's on a cross arc too. Oh no, it's hard puzzle time. Where do I see green? I know where it probably is. It's probably down here. Kudos, Skyrim. Kudos. I actually really expected to be back here. It's just not cool. You know, I could probably just... you know, brute force.
Given that Skyhaven Temple was sealed against the return of the dragon, I will try turning
One of these will be right eventually.
that symbol.
Whatever you did, it worked. Let's see what those old blades
Huh.
left in our way.
Oh. There was probably an easier way to figure that out, but you know. I suppose I could, you know. Use whirlwind sprint here. Oh. Yeah, no, I think I get it. I thought I had healing on. I think you're supposed to step on only the dragon top. As they lead. No? Yeah, you probably only have to step. You're probably only supposed to step on one at a time.
No cross once it...
That's all it was. Oh, all you need to do is pull the fork. It's magically path.
Here's the blood scene. Another monster can be large. No doubt triggered by your blood. Look here. You see how the ancient blades revered?
That sure is a face. Oh, it's open to the sky. Because Lord knows the dungeons are fucking long enough. Oh no, that's spooky. Why can't I just have a go-go gadget fly hacks button? Oh, okay, stairs. Touché. I can bang. That was one of the swords that it sings in the fall. Does 25 points extra damage to dragons, 10 points of shock damage to others. This is one of those abilities that or enchantments that I want to pull off the sword. I don't know if these can be pulled off.
Look, here is your friend. This battle goes back to the beginning of time, when Alduin and the Dragon Council ruled over Skyrim. Here, the humans rebelled against the legendary dragon. Alduin's defeat is the centerpiece of the war. You see, here is falling from the sky. The Moon-Tops, masters of the voice, arrayed against them.
So does it show how they defeated him? Isn't that what
Patience. The Akaviri were not straightforward people. Everything is couched in anecdote, myth, and symbol. Yes. This here, coming from the mouths of the Lord heroes. This is the Akaviri symbol for shout. There's no way to know what shout is that.
You mean they used a shout to defeat Alduin? You're sure?
Oh yes, presumably something rather specific to dragons, or even Alduin himself. This is where they recorded all they knew of Alduin.
So we're looking at
You know,
a shout.
they're like reading off this mural here.
Never heard of such a thing. A shout that can knock a dragon.
A shout that can knock the dragon out of the sky? I've never heard of it. But I would like to.
I was hoping to avoid having to involve them in this. But it seems
I would love to know how to shout a dragon out of the sky. Partially because that just sounds like the most overpowered bullshit tack.
if they had their way, you'd do nothing but sit up on their mountain with them and talk to the sky. The Greybeards are so afraid of power that they won't use it. Think about it. Have they tried to stop the Civil War or done anything about Alduin? No. And they're afraid of you, of your power. Trust me, there's no need to complain. Think of Untitled Chapter. Do you think he would have founded the empire if he'd listened to the Greybeards?
Greybeards. Point power is dangerous.
Only if you don't know how to use it. All the great heroes have had to learn to use their power. Those that shrank from their destiny. You never heard them. And there are the villains, those that misused their power. There's always a choice for the answers. But if you live in fear of what might go wrong, you'll end up doing nothing. Like the Greybeards up on the mountain. Right. Good thing they've already let you into their little club. Not likely they'd find Esper or me. We'll look around Skyhaven Temple and see what else there is. It's a better hideout than I could have hoped for.
did you learn of that? Who have you been talking to?
It was reported on Alderman's Wall.
Wait, of course. They specialize in meddling in matters they barely understand. Their reckless arrogance knows no bound. They have always sought to turn the Dragonborn from the path of wisdom. Have you learned nothing from us? Would you simply be a tool in the hands of the blades to be used for their own purposes?
Yeah, let's take the let's just take the classic you're lying to me more, Mom approach.
No, not now. Not until you return to the path of wisdom. Dragonborn, wait. Forgive me, I was intemperate. I allowed my emotions to cloud.
I was gonna say that sounded a lot like a dragon who
The decision whether or
not too happy.
gate. I will show you how to open the way.
Alright, well. Baka! I'm a bird. Baka! This is proof that chickens control the weather. Root of the world. Oh, there's a dragon here. Oh, their leader is a dragon.
I am Parthenax.
Of my food. Food.
Yes, sauce of roast mule.
I know I've just been saying huh a lot, but like this is just sometimes fascinating things happen in this game.
All in good time.
I like this world, I want it to end. I thought it said I don't like this world, I want it to end. Dyslexia is sometimes beautiful. I didn't come here to debate philosophy with you. No, I absolutely want to debate philosophy with this dragon. Dragons like... No, dragons like mountains, right? Never thought about it. They're gonna answer my questions. You know what? This is how I'd answer. Are you saying the ancient Nords sent Alduin forward in time?
Not intentionally.
Ah. How does that even spell? I know what an Elder Scroll is. I'm currently carrying 3 on my person, I'll ask. Big brain! I have the Elder Scroll of the Dragons.
You have it. The Kell.
I'm just curious if it's possible to get to like the peak of this mountain. The one standing at the pinnacle. Yeah, I'm sure I got a useful thumbnail somewhere in there. I'm gonna call it a night.